Guardians of the Galaxy is now on Xbox Cloud Gaming, so how does it perform and how does it stack up against the Series X streamed to PC? Hey everyone and welcome to the Cloud Gaming Stream channel. Today we're having a look at Guardians of the Galaxy, which just landed on Xbox Game Pass Ultimte today. So if you are an Xbox Ultimate subscriber, you can play this in the cloud right now. I'm looking at the PC app right now. As always, it's lagging behind the others, so if you do want to play it, launch it in a browser first and then you can use it on the PC app. So there isn't many settings for Guardians of the Galaxy. We only have this frame rate cap of 30 frames per second on or off, or we can uncap it and get a variable refresh rate somewhere between 30 and 60. Now in the early game it does jump around a lot, so if you do leave that off you will get a bit of stutter, and I do feel like in some of these scenes it does drop down below 30 frames per second. Also got quite a lot of banding early on as it's loading lots of resources it seems, and because it guides you through all this section it does seem to have a heavy load. So if we turn that frame rate limit on we get a solid 30 frames per second, but I do feel that it still dips down occasionally and it does feel a bit weird being locked at 30 frames per second, so I would only do this if you are used to 30 frames, as once we turn it back off and get into some combat, that variable rate refresh really does kick in, and having more than 30 frames per second just makes the combat feel a lot more fluid. Now I did get a few stutters and a few bandings of the xCloud where it seems to jitter a bit, but overall it has been performing quite well. As you saw there, as we finished that encounter we got a long band come down on xCloud, and this seems to happen really occasionally depending on the load on your network. So let's have a look at the quality mode of Xbox Series X on the right here. This is streamed to the PC app from the Xbox Series X. Although we've got better colours, the frame rate does drop down to 30 to 40 frames per second in quality mode, and it is quite a jarring experience. But quality wise, it does look like the cloud version is actually streaming somewhere between quality and performance. As when we put performance mode on the Series X stream to the PC, we can see quality wise it does look a little bit better on the cloud side. But when we get into that combat, it does feel like we do drop down from that 60 frames per second on the xCloud side, which makes me think that it's not actually using the Series X blades, maybe the One X blades, as we don't have the ray tracing or quality mode options, only this frame rate cap at 30 frames per second. Because if we look at the performance mode streamed here, we do get a bit better coloration, but we also do get a 60 frames per second locked, and it does feel extremely smooth when we're in that combat on the Series X streamed mode. As we come back then to the xCloud version to finish, it is still a good way to play. I would definitely recommend keeping that frame rate cap off, but the cloud version doesn't feel like it's on the Series X blades here, and that is a bit of a shame. Hopefully this is just a capacity issue in the initial instance, and that they will add the Series X blades for Guardians of the Galaxy going forwards, as it is a game that is worthy of it. This is one of the only games that I've managed to complete in the last year or two, and I highly recommend playing Guardians of the Galaxy, as it is a wonderful get for Game Pass Ultimte, and making it available in the cloud really does make it more accessible. It is worth noting that there are no touch controls or even a on-screen controller for Guardians of the Galaxy. If you did want to try and play on mobile, you will need a Bluetooth controller. Let us know if you're going to be diving into Guardians of the Galaxy or whether you've already completed it on another platform. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things cloud gaming, and we will see you next time.